Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. And we're going to put in a little time on this 2012 Kawasaki Ninja. Came in as kind of a basket case, and I did get some proof of life out of it, though I'm not quite sure it was firing on both cylinders. And that could be a mechanical issue, or it could be a carburation issue. Could be something as simple as a dead spark plug. So you guys know I like to simplify things, and quite honestly, this whole carburetor affair is fairly complicated. There's a million hoses. There's two carburetors you got to get throttle through. And you know what? I don't much care for these vacuum style carburetors. So let's see what we could do about this. So here's the carburetor in all its glory. Air filter side. And this is the intake side. So obviously I need two of these intakes side by side. So when I saw that, I said, oh, well, I can make adapters. But the problem with adapters, if I manage to put this on here, right, I'm not positive I'm going to be able to get carbs on there side by side, put a pair of PZ30s on there. I mean, one could do that, but then one still has the trouble of, what am I going to drive it with? Two throttles, one for each hand, or I guess they have cable splitters or not splitters, joiners, such that one cable moves two. But I didn't want to have to deal with all those syncing type problems and all that. I really want to go with a single carburetor solution. So here we have the problem, and here we have a possible solution. What you could see is my favorite PZ27 PZ30 carburetor, and kind of a homemade intake manifold. Another custom, so to speak. Remember I mentioned I had to make some of those extra flanges? Well, there's one of the extras. This is a very fancy carburetor. It's made by Honda with a G. Honda. Honda. So I think what I'm going to do is fab this up and set it up. The PZ30 has quite a bit of bore. Perhaps even bigger than that to start with. So a pair of these really would probably provide as much carburation as those two right there. Anyway, let me fab this up and see what we come up with. I think it's about ready to go. I custom fit it, fire extinguisher ready, and here's what it looks like pre-soldering. I'm not gonna have the camera on it when I'm soldering, because a lot of times things don't go well and we really don't want a profanity to slip out. So anyway, I'm going to solder this up, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, it's all soldered up, and you see this little extra piece of brass I put on here. I wrapped it around there to keep this thing from sliding all the way down. I think I got it going in the right direction and all. Now it's just a matter of cleaning it up. Once again, cleanliness could be important. If you're unlucky, and it's easy to be that way, you can end up with a piece of lead or, you know, copper or whatever, kind of getting hung up in your engine and causing you trouble, right? Possibility is small, but why take the chance? So I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. Then we'll try smashing it on. We'll see what we're going to do. Oh, one other feature I included, I kind of soldered an extra piece of wire around here. If you look at the carburetors, they had a little kind of ridge for holding them on. I think you guys could see it all the way in there, right there. So I tried to include that feature. I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. What do you guys think? Almost looks like it belongs there. Now all we have to do is fit up the cable into the carburetor. I might just slip on an all-terrain vehicle type thumb throttle and bolt the carb up, and we'll see if this thing will start. Okay, we managed to put the carburetor on there. I think you could see that little bubble in there. We got gas into it. Looks like the choke is on. It's a matter of just setting up the camera and giving this thing a try. Looks like we're ready to go. I have a fire extinguisher handy just in case. Key on. You guys can't see it, but I can see the little light came on there. I gotta figure out some way kind of doing this throttle and the gas all at the same time. Nice. It runs. Starts and runs. I just noticed, I don't know if you guys were able to see my hands up there. It had a tendency, I would give it gas and it would lag. It wouldn't instantly respond. Smells like gas in here. It's not good to inhale that. Anyway, gas fumes, that is. So it starts and it runs. I need to either get the old gas tank on it or figure out some way of fitting a gas tank onto it. What am I thinking of doing with this? I'd really love to get this engine. You know, I got an engine, I got a clutch, radiator, fan, electrical system. If I can get this whole thing to go onto that Cushman, that meter maid vehicle, I'd love to make a tow truck out of that. And the reason why is, like, if I want to start one of the engines, I could kind of, from the back boom of a tow truck, I could kind of suspend the engine from a couple of motor mounts in a little cradle situation, and not have it hopping around on the back of an all-terrain vehicle, you know, doing a bench start. It just seems like it would be very handy for that. It would charge a battery, you know, do everything I would want it to do. Then also that frees up this frame. The tires are good, the brakes are good, all that stuff is good. And I'd like to kind of go backwards with this bike, perhaps. I'm thinking maybe put a big Predator on it and a torque converter, and just have it, you know, as a beat-around mini bike. I don't plan on titling it and using it for anything, though I really don't plan on cutting it up either, so to speak. I plan mostly on keeping it whole, so if somebody wanted to go back and put that Ninja engine on it, or another Ninja engine, or a bigger Ninja engine, they could take the title end frame and do something like that. I don't know why they would. These things seem to be a dime a dozen. Seems like they regularly get banged up, wrecked, abandoned, and whatever. So by the way, you might have seen me kind of fumbling around in the front of it. What I was doing is I was trying to take the temperature of the manifold, so to speak, up by the head, and it seemed like both exhausts got hot at the same time. One didn't get hot and the other one didn't. So, and they're quite a ways apart. And it opens up at the Y there. I mean, they both got hot real quick. So I'm thinking I have plenty of I'm thinking both are running. Anyhow, before I get too much further with this though and make any further plans, what I would like to do though, I would like to get some kind of gas tank and seat onto it and see if I can't get a ride out of it. Anyway, I'm about out of memory chips, so I'm going to go. I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch this video. I'm going to enjoy all your comments. I hope you guys liked my carburetor hack. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can't put a PZ27 or a PZ30 onto. So, I'm going with that. Folks, please let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Please comment. And please get out there and enjoy all your time. You don't know how much you're going to get, so make sure you have fun with what's given. Bye now.